So, I'm reading Numbers from the Bible. This is Numbers chapter 33, Stages in Israel's Journey. Here are the stages in the journey of the Israelites when they came out of Egypt by division under the leader of Moses and Aaron. At the Lord's command, Moses recorded the stages in their journey. This is their journey by stages. The Israelites set out from Ramses on the 15th day of the first month of the day after the Passover. They marched out boldly in full view of all the Egyptians, who were burying all their firstborn, whom the Lord had struck down among them. For the Lord had brought judgment on their gods. The Israelites left Ramses and camped at Succoth. They left Succoth and camped at Etham at the edge of the desert. They left Etham, turned back to Pi-Hahiroth in the east of Baal-Zephon, and camped near Migdol. They left Pi-Hahiroth and passed through the sea into the desert, and when they had traveled for 3 days in the desert of Etham, they camped at Marah. They left Marah and went to Elim. There were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they camped there. They left Elim and camped by the Red Sea. They left the Red Sea and camped by the desert of Sin. They left the desert of Sin and camped by Dophkah. They left Dophkah and camped by Elush. They left Elush and camped at Rephidim, where there was no water for the people to drink. And after Rephidim, they camped at the desert of Sinai. They left the desert of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavath. They left Kibroth Hattaavath and camped at Hazeroth. They left Hazeroth and camped at Rimath. They left Rimath and camped at Rimmon Perez. They left Rimmon Perez and camped at Libnah. They left Libnah and camped at Rissah. They left Rizah and camped at Kehelatha. They left Kehelatha and camped at Mount Shepher. They left Mount Shepher and camped at Haratha. They left Haratha and camped at Mekheleth. They camped at Mekheleth and they left Mekheleth and camped at Tahath. They left Tahath and camped at Terah. They left Terah and camped at Methekah. They left Methekah and camped at Heshmerah. They left Heshmerah and camped in Mosroth. They left Mosroth and camped at Bain Jacan. They left Bain Jacan and camped at Haggidgad. They left Hor Haggidgad and camped at Jothbath. They left Jothbath and camped at Abrona. They left Abrona and camped at Ezion-Geber. They left Ezion-Geber and camped at Kadesh in the desert of Sinai. I did a lot of traveling. They left Kadesh and camped at Mount Hur on the border of Edom. At the Lord's command, Aaron and the priest went up Mount Hor, where he died on the first day of the 5th month of the 14th year after the Israelite came out of Egypt. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. The Canaanite king of Arad, who lived in the Negev of Canaan, heard the Israelites coming. They left Mount Hor and camped at Zelmah. They left Zelmah and camped at Punon. They left Punon and camped at Obeth. They left Obeth and camped at Abram, the border of Moab. They left Aram and camped at Dibon-Gad. They left Dibon-Gad and camped at Almon Diblathim. They left Almon Diblathim and camped at the mountains of Abram near Nebo. They left the mountains of Abram and camped on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. There, on the plains of Moab, they camped along the Jordan from Beth Jeshemoth to Abel Shittim. On the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho, the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you cross the Jordan into Canaan, drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you. Destroy all their carved images and their cast idols, and demolish all their high places. Take possession of the land and settle in it, for I have given you the land to possess. Distribute the land by lot, according to your clans. To a larger group give a larger inheritance, to a smaller group one that falls on them by their lot distribute it accordingly to your ancestral tribes. But if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land, those you allow to remain will become barbs in your eyes and thorns in your sides. They will give you trouble in the land where you will live, and then I will do to you what I plan to do to them." That's the end of that chapter. So in this chapter, one of the big events is that Aaron passes away, Moses' brother. He's been a big part of the story so far, and he passed away now at Mount Hor. Yeah. So because Moses made the tabernacle, it was like a traveling tent, right? And he made an entire society on basically living in tents and being able to move them. And he traveled a lot, and that's why he was able to prosper, because he kept traveling from place to place. And yeah, it's good.